Hello, welcome back to the Jinn World channel and our brief overview of the werewolves. In creating the werewolves to help with the battle against the Jinn, the witches tried to avoid some of the problems they had encountered since the creation of the vampires. Werewolves were stronger than the vampires, but they weren't as fast or as agile, and they weren't immortal. They could still die of old age, of the most persistent illnesses, and they could be killed through an injury to the heart or to the head with silver. This was due to the enchantment that had been used to create them. Every one of the original werewolves was given an amulet which had been enchanted under the power of the full moon and made of silver. Whilst they had that amulet on them, they had all of their special abilities: the speed, the strength, the ability to transform into a wolf, and these abilities were at their most powerful at the time of the full moon. The witches had given the mortal people these amulets in the hope that they could easily deprive the werewolves of their power if they became a problem, unlike the vampires, which had continued to grow exponentially, turning new people at random and growing vast in numbers. Unfortunately for the witches, it didn't work out quite as they'd expected, because although the original werewolves could only use their powers whilst holding their silver amulets, any of their children that had been conceived whilst their parent had the amulet of silver on them gained all of their parents' powers just genetically, and so very quickly the werewolf species continued to grow just through regular procreation, each generation passing on its power to the next. The werewolves were a huge help in the fight against the Jinn, but still the vast numbers of werewolves and vampires were not enough to overpower the Jinn's exponential abilities, and so the witches had to begin to look into the possibility of another supernatural species to be able to aid in the fight. This was the creation of the harpies, and I will be moving on to them in my next video.